What's good, Chaotic Nation? It is your boy Chaos here. We are back once again with the team voter for the PDL. This is week 2 versus Soy Monster and the Cuernavaca Cyndaquils. Apparently, I'm the only one who can say Cuernavaca correctly. So, I mean, I did take a little bit of Spanish, so that's helpful. But we're going to break down the team. If you want to see the battle, it'll be up tomorrow at 1 p.m. Make sure you check that out because you don't want to miss it. And it's going to be a good one. So let's see what we got for this week. Of course, obviously, we're starting with Aerodactyl here. Aerodactyl is holding that focus sash again. It is literally the same one we brought last week. So if you watched last week's team builder, you've already seen this thing. So it's got Rock Slide, Earthquake, Dual Wing Beat, and Tailwind on its move sets. And it's got Rockhead as its ability for just random reasons. But it's a lot of coverage, and then the IVs are spread out to max speed, max attack with a Jolly Nature, I believe, boosting that speed over special attack. I had to be sure, and then a little bit of investment in special defense. Aerodactyl is going to be useful on this team to help beat Blaziken. Speed boost is a big problem this week, so I do expect it to be something that could show up. So I'm kind of concerned about that, so I wanted to have something that could take it on. That's also why it has Dual Wing Beat as well. Plus, I can set up Tailwind if I need to outspeed it. So I do have a chance to do that with Focus Sash. So if he's +1, I might be able to outspeed at that range. So it deals with Blaziken. It deals with Volcarona. Obviously, I'm quite effective with this Rock Slide. It beats Darmanitan, which is the Ice type one, because it outspeeds, and that's the point. It can fight Tangrowth. It's a weirdly weird matchup. It's a decent matchup versus Togekiss, but not the best. I don't know what Seif is, so apparently I need to go to my other thing. Seif. I probably spelled something wrong. It's Leaf, I think. So it should be able to beat Leafeon. It takes on Scrafty. Oh, that's Scrafty. Takes on Scrafty, and it's a okay matchup versus Torkoal. It is primarily there to beat Tailwind, and it can beat Klefki, although Prankster Klefki with a taunt or something would be kind of a problem. I do expect that, so not the best matchup there for Aerodactyl on the Klefki, but it can also hit Earthquake, so I just have to predict correctly. Up next, we got Goodra. I'm bringing Goodra for the first time this season. Goodra is rocking Sludge Wave, Muddy Water, Weather Ball, and Dragon Pulse. Weather Ball's there for a little bit of tech. He's a lot of grass types. Goodra also is a nice defensive Pokemon, so having Weather Ball, if he sets up the sun, I can automatically just use fire moves into the slot, not have to teach Flamethrower. So that's a fun little setup. Goodra's spread is on the screen above me as per usual, but we're rocking max special attack, just under max HP, and a little bit more investment in special defense. It helps out with one or two calcs, so we gave just a little bit more special defensive bulk. And I'm running Assault Vest this week, which doubles. I don't think that doubles. It raises my special defense. It's not double. It raises it by 1.5 times. I had to get that correct for you. Raise it by 1.5 times, and but I cannot select any non-damaging moves. So that's why we're running Sludge Wave, Muddy Water, Weather Ball, and Dragon Pulse. I got coverage for his Fairy type. I got Water Stab if I want it, even if I don't have Weather or not. As you guys know, I did draft Pelipper, my evolved mascot. It's kind of nice to have it because I can use it as I'm bringing rain. It shows a rain team, but it also could just be a facade. So I make my opponents play a mind game when prepping for my team now, and I really love that. So I'm having a great time with that. But you know, if Pelipper's in the back of my team, which it might be, we have Weather Ball to help out with that. Goodra beats Blaziken. It depends. Depends if he's set up or if he's just boosting speed and stuff. It can beat Volcarona. It beats Rotom. It beats Tangrowth, especially in the sun. It beats Darmanitan, as long as it's, well, I don't know how it beats Darmanitan. In the sun, probably. That's what I calculated for. It beats Togekiss, it beats Espeon, it beats Leafeon. So I got a little bit of coverage there for the team. I love how it tells me to restart my computer in the middle of recording. It's my favorite thing to do. So my apologies for that. Up next on the team, we got Jinx. So I did get a shiny while breeding. This was 2 Masuda eggs. I found a shiny Smoochum. So Jinx is now a member of the team. That's a shiny. Been keeping that from people. I found it week 1, so don't worry about it. But I am rocking Ice Beam, Psychic, Energy Ball, and Focus Blast this week. I have Forewarn on it as of now. I might do a little bit of changing for abilities, but I think I want to keep Forewarn this week, especially because if I would try to change it to Dry Skin to match the Rain team, I'm gonna have to deal with the fire damage, extra fire damage. I mean, Jinx is probably gonna die anyway, but still, I don't want to have that happen if I can avoid it. We're rocking max speed, max special attack. I'm running timid, speed over attack, as you can see there, for the purpose of outspeeding things. Soy has a decently fast team, especially with speed boost, Blaziken, which I've talked about already. I do expect that to be a bit of a problem on this team, but honestly, Espeon's pretty fast too at 110. I think that's his fastest Pokemon, 110. He's got speed tiers all across the board, anywhere from 20 to 110. So Volcarona can also be fast, so that's a problem. But Blaziken +1, I want to just try to mitigate that. And I'm kind of mid-speed tiers with my entire team besides Aerodactyl, so I'm just watching what's going on, and I think this will be nice. I'm also rocking the Choice Scarf again this week because I need the extra speed. So if Jinx would happen to, need some more speed, we have it. I don't have to worry about that setup on Blaziken as much. I can still come in and, bring a Psychic, hit a Psychic, and peace out. But coverage for this spawn is on today because of just problems. Really, that Rotom kind of scares me and can be an issue for my team. So I do have Energy Ball on this for that specifically. But Jinx deals with Blaziken. It's my primary way to deal with Haxorus. Haxorus is the big problem. A very fast Pokemon and also very busted in attack stat. So Jinx outspeeding it with Ice Beam should be a one-shot. Barring something like Assault Vest Max Special Defense, which if that's the case, so we just play well, but we can fix it in the second round, in the second battle or the third battle. It beats Rotom. It can take on Darmanitan at 50%. It's an interesting matchup versus Togekiss. It's not really the best, but it can also hold its own. I mean, it's going to take a lot of damage, but it does win. It does the same with Espeon, and it does counter Leafeon too. I believe that would be a counter Leafeon in the Sun. I'm gonna look at that speed tier real quick before I tell you that for sure. Leafeon speed tier is 95. Jinx is at 95, so it would be a speed tie in the Sun. So it just depends on that at that point who wins the speed tie. So it's a fun little gimmick there. But if we don't have Sun up, we're good. And I honestly not really expecting Soy to bring Sun this week, especially with that rain that I talked about. That could be potentially coming or not coming. I don't know yet. You have to find out when we get there. But that's Jinx, a new shiny to add to the team. Up next, we got MiniQ. So I'm bringing MiniQ for the first time. I'm running the literal most standard set of MiniQ you can possibly run in your life because it is Shadow Claw, Shadow Sneak, Play Rough, and Swords Dance. It is running Red Card this week, which if you watched my soccer-themed gym, you saw the Red Card used there. I want to have it just in case I need to switch this thing in for something like Blaziken to mitigate that speed boost, to shut it back down and flip him out. So that's kind of the point there. I also have Disguise as an ability so I can take a hit, which allows me to do something like that. Barring an Infiltrator and something else. I am rocking Max Special Attack MiniQ. Max Attack MiniQ, Max Speed with Adamant, boosting attack over Special Attack, and a little bit of investment in Special Defense, just because I could. But it's pretty standard MiniQ. I can set up and sweep with it if I need to. And it has some interesting calcs, so let's run through that. It beats Blaziken as long as it's not boosted. So if I would set out if we would get this as a lead matchup versus Blaziken, we win there. It beats Volcarona with a Swords Dance. It beats Haxorus as long as it has Disguise. It beats Darmanitan at 50% and with Swords Dance. So I'd have to already be set up. It's my counter to Espeon. It beats Scrafty. It beats Torkoal. It actually could just set up on Torkoal. So if Torkoal comes, this is a great mon to just sit in there and have that working for me. And primarily the role of MiniQ is anti-setup. I have a lot of things on his team that I don't want to see start boosting. Specifically, that Haxorus and the Blaziken, those two things setting up would be kind of scary. Darmanitan also is an issue if it sets up. I expect Togekiss to be more of a flinch kit set, so I'm not really worried about it setting up. A nasty plot off of it would be also a pain in the butt. It might be a way to counter my MiniQ set as well. Leafeon as well. So he has some pretty good setup sweepers that could cause some problems, and that's what MiniQ's there to mitigate. So hopefully that all works out for me. And I'm looking forward to using MiniQ. This is why I drafted it. Up next, we got Grimstar. I'll bring in Grimstar this week as well. I kind of got to try my other half of my draft board this week. Something, I think, Aerodactyl and Jinx are only the two things so far that I have brought the same. And they're the only two things that I have brought the same from last week. So, and I did change Jinx up a little bit. So, we're getting to see some more of my team this time around. Grimsnarl is running Prankster, as you probably could tell by that ability. By the moveset, also has Light Clay, so it can boost the screens, which I have Light Screen and Reflect. I have Thunder Wave as well to shut down some of those speeds, so if I need to use it on Haxorus or Blaziken for speed control, I have that option there. I have Play Rough for stab and an offensive power. This Grimsnarl is built max HP, max attack, and a little bit of special defense investment. We're going to be able to live a few hits that way and also threaten people with Play Rough. So that is fun. And we'll enjoy ourselves there. It beats Blaziken. It beats Volcarona because it can stall it out. It can beat Haxorus with Reflect. It beats Rotom if it tries to stall. It beats Darmanitan with a question mark. It's really that's kind of a gimmicky run there. It depends on who has damage on the other person and if the Darmanitan is locked into something or not. So that do be a problem sometimes. That it could be a problem. We do know that Darmanitan, he has Galarian Darmanitan. We know it's Zen mode, so we know it's not Guerrilla Tactics. So that is a little bit of an advantage for facing that mon specifically. So it'll be nice for us to have that and not have to worry about just. He could still log in with like Choice Band or something and give him the ability, but Garf is much more prominent on that. It can beat Klefki. It's a really interesting matchup because it comes down to predicting what the other person is doing. If he predicts me having taunt, that could be a thing. I can't be taunted, so that's a good counter to Klefki. We're both fairy types, and he's also steel type, so that can be a problem for me. But I also can just click Reflect and set up screens. So it depends on what set we're running here, what set he's running. Because I can set up Reflect, he can set up Reflect. We can both Thunder Wave each other. Well, he can't Thunder Wave me, but I can set up screens. He can set up screens, and it could just be a screen off. And I probably lose that if he brings a Steel type move. But typically they just run Play Rough. So we're probably running the same set most likely. In my general thought. You already saw it, so Araquanid's up next. And I talked about the rain. I'm not bringing Pelipper this week. I'm bringing Araquanid rain. So have the rain factor scare him away. He's going to see Pelipper. No, he's not going to see Pelipper just be like, okay, he's not bringing rain this week. Catch him off guard, have rain dance. So this is probably a dedicated lead for a few matches. If Espeon doesn't show up with Magic Bounce, I have Sticky Web options. So I can just throw up Sticky Webs, another way to control speed. I have Rain Dance, so if I want to send this in immediately to counter Torkoal if it comes, I can set up Rain and start Liquidation into everything. Although we're probably going to see a switch out on that play, and I could probably get both Sticky Webs up there too. So that's a lot of fun with this team. I didn't need the last two move slots, I just need my stabs, so I forewent any other moves, really, and just let Araquanid do what it does here. I am holding Life Orb this week, so I boost my attack. I lose some HP that way. But Araquanid is going to be offensive enough to deal with stuff. It's primarily there for the lower speed mons on his team. So, as I said, he has anywhere from 20 to 110 base speed. It's there for the slower mons on the team. I didn't invest any speed in this as it is. So, I am sitting down there at 42 speed. So I can take some hits on some of the slower mons. Tangrowth we're going to see as an option to deal with. I can deal with Espeon and Leafeon too, just because they're weak to Bug. But some of the other things are gonna be problems. So I can't beat Blaziken, and this is all if I'm healthy. It can't beat Blaziken. It can't beat Volcarona. It's a calc on Rotom. It beats Tangrowth. It beats Darmanitan. It beats Togekiss. It's a little dicey on Togekiss. Depends on if it's a Flinch Kiss. If it's a Flinch Kiss, probably not. It beats Espeon. It has a good matchup against Leafeon, but it's kind of hit or miss. It takes on Scrafty, and it's my anti-Sun setup for Torkoal, so that is what its job is this week. Because I will be faster than Torkoal. It's the slowest thing. It's part of the reason why Pelipper's not coming this week as well. I would have to switch in and just let Torkoal get a free move off. Torkoal's going to get a free move off anyway. But he probably would just expect me to attack with Liquidation instead of trying to do anything. So I have Rain Dance for that too. So, and we don't know. It could be a White Smoke Torkoal, so that could always be fun. But this whole purpose for this is to deal with that Sun and shut that down, because I don't want to let him have his weather if I can. And it also can beat Klefki. I wrote that down later. He traded for Klefki last week, I think, or the week before. And I didn't really calc for it, so I went back and calc some things. So Klefki, it does beat as well, just sheer damage output. And I can stall it out with Recovery, as well as I can set up Rain and just start going ham by just firing Liquidations. So that's always fun. But that is the team. We're having a good week, hopefully this time around. I hope we do well. I'd like to stay undefeated this season, but obviously that's really hard to do sometimes. So, but I'm hoping that we can stay undefeated into week 3 at least. Then week 4, you got to take it a week at a time. I think we have a pretty good team. Soy is a good battler, so we're gonna have to think about what he's gonna do. It's gonna be a mind game, and that's where it's gonna come down to. It's not gonna come down to what Pokemon we bring. I think it's going to be more of the mind games, what's going to play where, and how we're going to deal with each other. Of course, the Pokemon are going to matter a little bit, but I think the mind games is where it's going to be, And I've only battled Soy one other time, and he completely swept me, so I'm not looking forward to seeing that happen again. I like to make my record even. And that's also my goal for the season too. I want to be at least 50% on all my matches, so beat every person once, beat Tui twice, because we have 3 battles instead of 2, and I think that'll set me up for playoffs. So that's the goal. Hopefully stay undefeated through the first 4 weeks, and I already have that 50% win rate, so that would be awesome. But obviously that could not happen, and we could end up losing. But I'm gonna say we have a good team. I think we're gonna catch Soy off guard a little bit here with this team. So let's see what happens, and you can check out the battle tomorrow. Let me know if you are surprised with any of the team builds. I know that somebody's already typing down there, I didn't expect you to do this. Yeah, you have Pelipper. Why are you using Rain on Araquid? It's like, yeah, I know. That's the point. You don't expect it. So it's a fun little set. I'm having a good time, and I'm not trying to take this league super seriously as I've done in the past. I'm just trying to have fun with it. So this is going to be a fun set to show off and use in that way, shape, and form. Also, let me know if you guys enjoy these team builders. I know none of the other coaches are doing them. So if it's something you don't want to see, I can talk about the team at the end of the battle video, if that's what you want. If you rather have this separated from the battle, because it's just going to add another 20 minutes to the video. So if you want to watch, an hour-long video in one sitting, or do you want to space it out a little bit, let me know that too. And I'm looking forward to this battle versus Soy. Again, it is tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. Check it out. And of course, if you aren't checking out my Twitch account where I stream content currently, go over to twitch.tv/chaos6. Follow me on Discord for more updates, and join my Twitter as well as the official PDL Twitter. You can find us at PDL_S6 for season 6. You can find all the PDL stuff there. We'll be posting and talking about things as the season goes on, so you don't want to miss a thing. Follow the Twitter, and I will catch you guys over in the battle tomorrow. So until then, my name is Chaos, and I'm signing off. Stay safe, and as always,